it's Alex, and it's a bit windy today. It might, I don't know if it's going to rain, but I don't know. Anyway, I've only got a couple of hours and I start work at 3. It's now nothing o'clock because I forgot my watch. It's about 1. It's about 1 o'clock. So I thought I'd come out, since I'm feeling good, and I've only got a 7-hour shift at work, which is nice. I don't know why I'm crouching down. That's no good for my back, is it? Sorry. There we go. Yeah, that feels better now. I stood up. Yeah, so I got an hour or so, you know, to mess about with the car. The next job is a horrible job, so I thought it's probably better if I split the job in 2. And that's changing the water jacket on the side of the engine. It's not a nice job. Fiddly, little bolts. Ridiculous. Anyway, first job, I've got to see if I've got a replacement plate, side plate for the engine. I don't really need one. Mine's okay. It's just the seal that's gone around mine, which is annoying. So I'm going to have to Google a really good sealant that's waterproof and stuff and is okay up to high temperatures. I don't know if Tiger Seal does that sort of thing, but I'll Google it and get the best stuff I can, because I don't want to do this job again. I didn't think I'd ever have to do that job ever again. Already done it once. So yeah, first things first, see what plates I've got, see if I've got, because I know I've got a new old stock looking one off of Chris Wilson, a friend. I've got another one I bought online, I think, second hand. But I don't think I've got the gasket, so that's what I'm doing today, is check in, see if I've got the gasket, see if I've got a plate. If not, I can order the gasket up, because I've got a few other things to order. I need to order a new king lead end for this, because it's all a bit corroded and weak and I don't want it breaking. I might get a whole king lead, to be fair, because I had a spare king lead, because they're so long. I had a spare one, and that's the spare one on there, because my original one somehow, I don't know how, managed to flop down and hit the fan. Not the actual fan, the dynamo blades, and it broke it, so I had to use the spare one. So now I haven't got a spare king lead, and I don't know, I'm not really comfortable with that, so yeah, I might just order a new king lead, if I can still get the purple, that is. I'm not going to put a black one on there. You know, the king lead it's in a rubbish place, really, isn't it? I can see why the later P6s, they moved the coil to up there. I think they mounted it somewhere. It's probably when they got rid of the battery. They probably put the battery in the boot, maybe put the coil there. I can't remember exactly, but the coil's definitely over there on the later cars, not all the way over here. Yeah, water jacket, here we are. Let's have a look. Water jacket is that rusty plate down there. So we need to get really the distributor out the way, the oil filter out the way, this dipstick mount out the way, and then we've got an engine mount to remove, which sucks, and then all those little tiny bolts, which is a pain. Now I'm pretty sure the side plates are sided. Now I don't know for sure, but the new old stock one and the second hand one are the same. So unfortunately I don't think this is the right one. I think this is for the passenger side underneath the carburettor, but I just look at, I'll probably get rid of that one now then, if I've got two the same, because this is the new old stock one. There's some rust to it, but it's only surface rust on the outside. We can clean that up. It's been I think they call it zinc plating, don't they? Let me just grab you out of there. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure until I obviously get the thing off. But it could be that the only difference with this driver's side plate is that this driver's side has got a tap on it, which I never use. and it's probably seized up anyway. If that's the case and the only difference is the tap, I might just ditch the tap idea and put the new old stock plate on, because this one looks rank. And no, I haven't got the gasket, so I'm gonna have to order up a gasket. I'm hoping that'll fit, because it's got the little thing for the tap, like the shape, that's in the same place. I don't know if there's any other differences. So yes, well, I guess I'll have to just get cracking and try and remove this epoxy thing. So really it's going to be easier with the distributor out of the way. I don't really want to remove the distributor, but I think it is going to be in the way. Perhaps I should just leave it for now. I'll continue to remove the oil filter and the dipstick thing, and then see how hard it is to do with the distributor there. Because I've got a marker pen and I was going to mark it all so I knew where it all went back, but I'm still just a little bit nervous about disturbing it, because I don't have a timing light and I can't use them. I don't know why. It's the flashing, it just, I don't know, it makes me sick, and I have to go into a dark corner and forget it ever happened. It's horrible. So yeah, it's rather annoying not being able to use a timing light, but I know my timing is spot on this car. It runs beautifully. So the last thing I want to do is start disturbing it. There we go. So I've made some marks just in case. Can't really go wrong with the cap and the body. Yeah, okay. This is all just precautionary in case I decide to remove it. It might be okay just with the cap out of the way, to be fair. And the rotor arm is pointing there, just in case. Precautionary measures. Well, let's just leave the cap loose. Where do I start? Well, first things first, I want to protect this wing. Nice. Yes, we can get this water pump out the way, shall we? Might as well get as much stuff out the way as we can, because it'll just make life a bit easier, mightn't it? Okay, the distributor cap's getting on my nerve already. The leads, I'm just going to mark them in case I forget where they live. I'm marking them like that. I've just put 4 lines on that, so I know it's cylinder number 4. I mean, all the leads are pretty much one length, so we can't really mix them up. I could do with it clean anyway. Go. So that can just swing over there. Get out my way. And get the vacuum advance out my way as well. That's good. And what I'll do, I'll just put something over that so it doesn't get mucky in there. Oh yeah, that's good. That slides right out the way. Nice. And that pipe comes off. Brilliant. That was dirty. The car's due an oil change anyway, so we can get the oil filter out of the way. I've got this nifty chain wrench to remove oil filters. I normally use a claw, but I think I broke it, and then a friend gave me this, which is really cool. I don't know if we've got enough room to do it. Come on. I've attached it. No, there's not a lot of room, but... Oh, blimey. Oh, that wasn't how you do it, was it? That was how not to use an oil filter removal tool. Oh, that's tight. Wow. Oh my God. Who the hell done that up? Oh. It would have been me. Oops. Oh, goodness. I'm going to puncture a hole in it in a minute. Wow. That is tight. That might be a job for Raimi. That's the trouble, there's not a lot of room to use this type of wrench. God, dear me, it's not moving, I'll tell you that much. That's not going to be any good for my back, is it? Well, I can't find my claw oil filter removal tool. I'm pretty sure it broke for some reason. I can't find it anywhere, so that makes me think that, yeah, it got broken. And I'm struggling to remove it with this chain one. It's just well, it's almost punctured the filter. So I might have to invest in another claw removal thing, because then I can get a good leverage with the ratchet. Oh, my gloves come off my distributor. That didn't last very long, did it? Oh, never mind. The thought that counts. So yeah, I'm gonna have to leave that there for a bit. I mean, it doesn't have to be removed to do this job, because the oil filter housing is going to be in the way just as much. So I think I'm just going to loosen off the engine mounts, and we'll have to get a jack underneath the engine, just on the sump, because it won't be supporting the whole weight of the engine, because it's got a front stabiliser and obviously the engine mount on the other side of it. So I'll just slacken these off, so I know they're going to come undone, which is good. I think the bolts, actually, they're called special bolts. Might be wrong. No, it looks like this one's a nut, and it's got the earth lead attached to it. So I'll take the nut off and the earth lead. Okay, so I've got two jobs for Raimi now then. I'm going to get him to try and remove the filter for me so I'm not straining my back. And I'm going to get him to bring the jack out, because the jack's down the side of the car at the minute and I don't really want to be pulling it out. It's quite heavy. So he's not here, he's gone out shopping. So I'm just going to try and go along all the little bolts around the water jacket, which are 3/8. I've got a socket and a spanner, because the ones down there, oh, they're a pig. Absolute pig. I might have to get this oil pipe out the way and everything. It's a horrible job, but I've done it before and I'll do it again. The distributor is definitely in the way. It is in the way. Everything's in the way. The whole car is in the way. I really wish I could have got that oil filter out, but I know if I just keep trying, I'm going to hurt myself. So the distributor's all marked up, as I had done previously. So I'm hoping it will come out of here. Wow. This sucks. Who designed this shit? What a little pig. Right, so you can't get that in wrong because of the bolts. God, it's a chunky thing, that, isn't it? With a little tiny wobbly drive dog on the end. There you go. That's why I marked the rotor arm and their body to line it all up. Alright, it's sort of oil controlled or something. I don't know. What a weird little thing. It's a lot different to Jessie's. Just going to wrap that there. Pop it down there. That means I don't have to disturb the wiring, which is good. And put that over there. Protect it. And we'll shove that in that hole so no rubbish gets in there. Right, well, I can see a lot better now with that out of the way. I'm glad I removed that. I don't think removing the oil filter is going to do much to help us, actually. So I'll carry on loosening off these horrible little tiny nuts. These nuts. Oh yeah, by the way, I wanted to show you how horrible these bolts actually are. Can you see my spanner is on that one there? Look at the others. They're almost inaccessible. I did try and remove the oil filter housing once, and you couldn't do it because there's like a drive sprocket on the end, obviously to power the pump, and it involves removing the chain and all sorts. So yeah, we're not doing that. Looks like I'm probably gonna have to remove this, which is fine. It's only copper washers on there. I've got some fresh new copper washers, so we can just get this pipe out of the way, I think. And yeah, you've got to be really, well, awkward to get those epoxy things in there and undo those. It is doable. I've done it before, but I made the mistake. For some reason I thought it was a good idea to wire brush the jacket and paint it with Hammerite, only on the outside, I might add. But because of that, I've removed all that zinc plating stuff, which is meant to help protect it, and it's just made it all go crusty and minging, and yep. It's got to come off. Look at it, gross. Let's get this oil pipe out of the way. So we've got the big one, is quite big. What is it? 16, I don't know, it's 15/16, however you pronounce that. Oh, look at that, come undone easy. And then we've got a 9/16 one down here. Oh, that one's not coming undone easy. Oh dear me, don't snap, you little bugger. Oh yeah, it's done it up a little bit. That breaks the seal then. There we go. He's loose. I was scared then, I thought it snapped, but it's fine. It's spinning. I'm going to need some blue roll because they'll probably leak oil everywhere. It's reminded me I must invest in some brake cleaner. Whatever cleaner. Hello, Arlo. Hello. What's Mummy doing? Arlo's down there. You on camera, Arlo? You a good boy? He's a good boy. Come on, do something funny. Do a little dance. That would be fun. Tell him about the time when you chewed on a massive caterpillar. Arlo found a hawk moth caterpillar. It was absolutely huge. And he was chewing on it. Why on earth a cat would want to chew on a caterpillar? God only knows. There he goes. He's off. Right, they call this a banjo, I think. Banjo pipe or something. So you've got well, I've got two sort of, well, they use crushable washers, but I've used these washers here that have got like a rubber seal in them. That worked well. The crushable ones, I tended to have issues of them leaking for some reason, but these have been alright. These. Now I've not long had this off because of my rattly chain. I thought this might have been an issue. And another thing I'll show you on these, if you've got an oil flow problem, hang on, let me just put a bit of rag in that hole there so we don't get anything going in. I could put the bolt back in, couldn't I? But I'll put the blue rag in. There you go. Now if I get my pokey stick down here where that banjo goes is a little plastic gauze. No, well, the gauze is not plastic, but hang on, I need a smaller stick. Why have I got a big one? I'm not sure what I've done with my other little one. This might be enough. It's awkward and you've got to be careful not to puncture it. It's coming. There it is. Da, 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 da. It's always worth, if you've got oil problems or if you've got to take that banjo off for whatever reason, definitely recommend popping carefully out the little mesh filter in there, and you can get some spray like brake clean or something, anything, you know, a little bit of petrol or something, just to wash that out and get rid of it, all the grime in the bottom. And yeah, sometimes I have seen it where mine's been all like gummed up, so it's definitely worth pulling it out and giving it a clean. I don't think a lot of people know that's in there. Sneaky little thing. I've just been out and cleaned it. It's all spanky clean now, so you can pop it right back in the hole, and that's it. It just falls in there. And again, because I'm going to be doing some work, could put the bolt back in. I'm just going to shove my blue rag in. That'll do. Okay, so we have a bit more room now. we really need to get this engine mount out of the way because that's a massive, great big lump. I wonder if I can just gently bring the jack out. This old piece of cat tower, but it's wood, so I can use it to spread the load a bit. Let me get kneeling that. I'm pretty sure it's only got to just support the engine. Just to stop it, well, just stop putting strain on the other mounts, I guess. Because I guess you could risk bending that stabiliser, couldn't you? Okay. Will we get the engine mount off today? I remember years and years ago, early days of having the car, I don't remember what happened. I can't remember if the engine was like vibrating or something, and we opened the bonnet and we were looking to see what was wrong, and one of these studs for the engine mount for some reason had broken, so the engine mount was at an angle. I don't know how it did that, and I say that's why I know this sort of stud in here is called a special bolt or special stud or something. And I was like, where the hell am I going to get one of those? And so thankfully, I think I got it from Mark Gray, by Spanner, and he sent me one out. I think it was Mark. Okay, so we've got this fella, oh, wrong size. Is this the size? I'm hoping the engine doesn't just suddenly drop like onto the floor or something. The engine mounts on this Rover 2000, I don't know about the V8, but the Rover 2000, you can use engine mounts from, I think it's a Volkswagen Golf. You just have to slightly trim the sides or something. I think that's what I've got in here at the minute. That was Colin from Kingsdown Garage told me that. I think he sold me them. Okay, is there another bolt? Yes, I've missed a bolt. You little bugger. Right down the bottom. What size is that? It's huge. That's what she said. 5/8. This bottom one. Why do they all have to be different? The two top ones were 9/16. How big was that one? The one for the mount on the body is 11/16. I mean, there's obviously a reason to it, but why? And might I just add, thank God for ratchet spanners. That's one of the, well, I want to say it's one of my best inventions. I didn't invent them. Best investment, but I didn't buy them. My ex bought me them for Christmas, so still very handy, no matter who got them. Oh, I can see movement from the mount. Let's hope it's the mount and not the engine. I'm gonna have a whole engine on my hand in a minute. and all you'll see is me screaming. That's why I've got the jack there, so that doesn't happen. This bolt's never ending. Right, I've come to the conclusion that bolt must be out of the engine, because it's just spinning and spinning. It can't be that long. I'm just trying to move it with a screwdriver. I don't know, maybe it is that long. It's the longest bolt in the world. I think it's just not coming out. It's just stuck in there. Come on, I've got work to do. Oh no, what's this? This is annoying. Oh, really? It looks like there's another banjo. There's 2 more banjos underneath, I think. Or is it 1? Maybe 1. And it's where the banjo goes. That's where the bolt comes out for that mount. So I think the banjo's got to be removed. That's just a pain. This is my problem. This is my life. And to make things worse is that I've used a ratchet spanner, so I can't even do the bolt back up. Can you see down there? That poxy banjo is in the way. I've got to remove 2 bolts there, and there's 2 underneath the oil filter housing, which I can't really get to without lying on the floor and looking up at it. And I'm not in the mood for that today, so let's do that another day. I'm going to go in and get cleaned up, ready for work. The irony, getting cleaned up for work. Yeah, I know, normally people get cleaned up after work. I get cleaned up before work. So, got me ultra grime wipes. Give myself a wipe down. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye. Not waving the white flag. Amy's back.
Yeah.
Amy gets angry with cars and he damages them.
Do I know?
Yeah, you do. So I'm dreading the life of this poor oil filter. Don't want to move, does it? Keeps denting, but there's not a lot of room to grab hold of it. Who fitted that, eh? Sorry, we don't laugh when Amy's doing jobs. Very serious. It is moving. It is really flipping tight. Come on, Miss Jenkins, let us have it. Oh wow, that is tight. He's got it. He's got it. Wow. Got him.